So I don't necessarily think this is a totally new concept, but I want to go ahead over it with you. And my apologies, I thought I had it posted already, but I guess I didn't. So if you take out a piece of paper, this is going to be lesson 6-7. So when we did systems of equations, okay, and we took our test, there were 2 sections from that I did not cover. 2 sections. One, I didn't spend enough time on story problems, if at all. And I didn't do enough with graphing. I'm going to use these 2 for my notes. Graphing systems of inequalities. So this is a system of inequalities. And we solved the system of inequalities by one method. We solved that by graphing. Because I'm not looking for an ordered pair solution like here. I'm looking for an area of the graph. So when you have a system of inequalities, and that's shown by the inequality symbol, we graph them. And to graph these, you're going to want to put them in slope and y-intercept form. So I'm going to take this first equation, write it down here. And I want to put it in slope and y-intercept form, which is, if you remember, y equals mx plus b form. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And that's going to leave me negative 3y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 12. And then I'm going to divide everything by negative 3 to get this y by itself. And I need to divide all terms by negative 3. So these cancel, and that leaves me just the y. Whenever we divide an inequality by a negative number, you have to change the direction of this inequality symbol. So I'm going to flip this and make it go the other way. And then negative 2 divided by negative 3 is just 2/3 x. And then minus 4. So now I've got an equation in slope and y-intercept form, where this is where we cross the y-axis, and this is our slope. And then we'll graph this line in just a minute. So I want to go ahead and graph this line and show you. So we're going to cross at negative 4, which is here. The slope of that line is positive 2/3, so I'm going to count up 2 over 3. And I'm going to draw my line. Now, because there is a line underneath the inequality symbol, I'm going to put a solid line on my graph. And it's going to look like this. Okay. Now, what makes this different than just a regular system of equations is because it's an inequality, I have to shade. I have to shade a region of the, it's kind of like on those number lines when it was greater than, you had to like put a closed circle on the number and then shade right or shade left. It's the same concept. So because if you look here, y is greater than, you need to shade above the line. Anytime y is greater, shade above the line. So I'm going to shade everything up here for this one. Now, I'm going to graph this line. X is greater than negative 1. So there's no y here, so I know it's not going to cross the y-axis. So I'm going to go to negative 1 on the x-axis. That's right here. And that's going to give me a vertical line straight up and down, because it can't cross this line, so it has to be parallel to it. Now notice on this one, there's no line underneath the inequality symbol. Everybody see that? That means you need to have a dashed line. So it'll look like this. Okay. I know it's hard to see, but I did actually put it there. And it's telling me that x is greater than that. Well, greater directionally is to the right. So from that line, I'm going to shade everything to the right, which is everything over here. So the area that we're interested in is where I shaded twice, where I shaded with the pencil and with the green marker. That area where I shaded twice is my solution area, and that's everything here. I'll shade it again a little bit darker so you guys can see it a little bit better. This is my solution area. I'm not looking for one ordered pair. There's infinitely many ordered pairs. I'm looking for a region in a graph. And that's how you solve a system of inequalities. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this next one, and then I'm going to print off an assignment for you guys sitting in here, so I'll get you a copy of it. For you guys at home, I will post it in just a second, so you have it. So on this one, I can tell you right now, we're going to shade below both of these. Okay, so keep in mind, if y is less than, shade below. If y is greater than, you're going to shade above. And I will get all of these notes and everything posted so you have it, and I'll post this video as well. Now, just before I even do anything, notice the inequality here doesn't have a line underneath it. That means I'm going to put a dashed line on the graph. This one does have a line underneath it, so I'm going to put a solid line on the graph. Okay, so looking at this top line, it crosses the y-axis at +3, so I'm going to put a point at 3. The slope of that line is +2. It's right here, so I'm going to count up 2, right 1. And I'm going to put a dashed line on the graph. And I'm going to shade below the line because it's less than. And I'm going to do that really light so I can see my next line. So that's everything down here I'm going to shade. Okay. Now in graphing this one, it crosses at +5. That's right here. So I'm going to put a point. From that point, I'm going to count down 4, right 1, because the slope's -4. So down 4, right 1. And that's a solid line. I'll put it on the graph. And I'm going to shade below that line as well, which is everything over here. So the area that's going to get shaded twice before I even start shading is this little area right here. Okay, that's the area that's going to get shaded twice. So that's the area that I'm interested in, because I shaded it twice. I mean, we still shade this area too, but the solutions to this are in this area right here. So what's different from this versus this homework that you did is we're shading, is we're going to shade. So in sitting in here, just on the assignment, not on the, I mean, I can help with graphing if we need it. Do you guys have any questions? Anything I can help you with at all? Does everybody feel pretty comfortable? Okay. Online for the people in the meeting. Thank you. Can you guys not see the paper?
No, we only saw the like the beach background.
Well, that's weird. Okay, so you guys online stand by. Let me get some papers printed off, and I will. Yeah, guys, just hang on a second. I'm just going to get you guys some papers. This sucks. Let's see. So today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Okay. Hang on, I gotta fix this. All right, for the people online, everybody listen, it's important. You guys listen to it, it'll affect you tomorrow. For all of you online, consider this a free day because I just totally screwed all that up. Not you guys though, because you're sitting here. So what you need to do is you need to go into the attendance and make sure you log in. You do not have a new assignment today. Just make sure you have yesterday's assignment done. Tomorrow when you come in, I will reteach this lesson to you. Is everybody clear? Unmute those mics and say yes, you understand. Yes, thank you. 1, 2. Everybody say yes. Yeah, see, aren't y'all happy? It's a free one. It's a freebie. People in here are mad. But wait, guys, tomorrow's your free day. You just have to make sure you go in and log in and do attendance. So I'm not
I have a
anything.
question. So, like, on that one, there was one that the line was straight up and down. How do we tell if it's shaded left or right?
Because it was, okay, see how it's X is greater? So on that one, X was greater, so the numbers get bigger as you go to the right.
Alright, thank you.
So let me get your assignment. You guys will do this today, and then tomorrow.
Yep, when it was used like that, I didn't understand. So, it's the sign. It's the sign. Yeah. It's the sign.
Yes, you're welcome. Go away from me. Thank you.